We are so back. All right. First things first, I'm feeling way better today, and we are going straight back to that question and solving it the right way. I hope you guys are excited as I am because honestly, after yesterday, I felt a little bit like a bum not completing it the right way. But we're going back and we're coming at it strong. So I'm excited. It doesn't take very long, but I hope you guys kind of enjoy my better solution. I am disappointed in myself, and oh, no, I just want. There we go. All right. So, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna move all that down. I won't make you sit through all my yapping, but basically the way I'm gonna do it today is I'm gonna sort my list and call it snums. I didn't realize that you didn't have to clarify like a variable to the sorted list, so I ended up fixing that later. But then basically then I make a counter which keeps track of which element number I should be on and then compare it to the element that the number is going through in the list just with a regular for loop. And if those two numbers don't equal each other, then I know I have found my missing number, and then all I do is return that number, and that is literally the entire code explained in less than 45 seconds. So you'll see me messing around with it here a little bit, but that's just honestly the sorting that I was struggling with. After that, I end up wrapping the question up, I think, in like 5 or 6 minutes. So I hope you enjoy watching the rest of that. I think that's it. Oopsie. Yay! I submitted it way faster. Woohoo! There we go. Alright, well, that's that for today, so we're just gonna set that aside. I'm happy that yesterday we were like all the way back there, and now we've moved all the way up there. Anyway, I just want to do that for me, because I don't know, felt like I kinda didn't do a great job yesterday. Alright, let's try like a lower acceptance rate question. You are a product manager, of course I am, and currently leading a team to develop a new product. Unfortunately, the latest version of your product fails the quality checks. Since each version is developed based on the previous version, all the versions after it also become bad. Suppose you have n versions, and if you want to find out the bad one causing all the followings to be bad, you are given a bad is bad, which returns if it's bad. The implementation of the function. You should minimize the number of calls to the API. What is n? N is 5, 4 is bad. Call 3. So, okay. I just want to emphasize this. Nothing is more confusing to me than double negative statements. The only reason, I promise you, the only reason I even remotely struggled with this problem is because I could not understand is bad is false versus is bad is true. Like, I was getting so stuck on comprehending what was true and what meant false. So we'll have a left, which equals 0, and we'll have a right, which equals the n is a number, so it'd just be n. Then we want to do a binary search, so we'll just do def binary search, which passes in. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We could have made left, right. It really doesn't matter. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna calculate mid, which is just left plus right, or divided by 2.
2 hours later.
Then we can throw everything away on the left side, right? So let's pull this up. You already know, we've reached my absolute favorite part of any coding question. So let's look up how this binary search is really going to work. So here I have 5 boxes, and I calculate the left as a 0, and I calculate the right as the max size of the thing. Then that divide by 2 points at the middle. If that statement is true, meaning that I know it's a bad version, we want to actually throw away the right side. Here you'll see I kind of reversed that logic on accident, but I end up fixing it again. And again, that's just because I struggled so much with trying to understand what true was really representing. Right. Perfect. Oop, didn't want to do that. And I've screwed everything up. All right. So if this is true, our new mid is going to be our left. So left or mid now equals left. Right? Nope. Oh no, I'm gonna have to bring that out because it has all my things on it. Crap. Whatever. So now I've said, okay, we're here. If it's true. Actually, I'm just gonna equal true. If it's false, that means our right is now our mid. So left, basically this entire statement. I know this is probably just an else statement, but I am actually not completely sure. Then our mid. No, not mid equals. Yeah, wait. Left equals mid, right? And then here we would say our right equals mid. If that's false, right? Because then we were looking at this chunk and we can throw all that away. We're looking at this chunk, okay? Okay, so now there's a small problem, is we only know true. So if it's true, if this, if this plus 1. All right. The reason I'm speeding so fast through this next part is because the true and false logic at this moment is currently reversed. So basically, I'm gonna get all the wrong answers at the end, but then when I swap them, I end up getting all the right answers. So I'm just speeding that along because my thinking is just completely backwards. I don't know, the way I think about it, if I have a bad version, I want it to be false. I associate false with bad. But anyway, that's just how I ended up wasting 30 minutes. So that's just lovely. I've got the logic swapped around.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oops. Anyway, nothing particularly interesting happens here in the next, 25 minutes. It's me just basically going through the code case by case. I also get a time limit exceeded error because I never ended up making my else case to move the things along. Anyway, yeah, no, the first iteration of this binary search that I wrote was way more complex than it has to be. And you guys will see, I'll slow it down when I actually get to the proper solution, and I'll try to do my bestest explaining that solution. But yeah, for now, you can just see me chasing down loose ends every single time I just run into the next case that doesn't work. So I knew that something had to be off, but it took me a minute to get there. I need this here, do I? So I don't actually want to equal right. Then I want to calculate mid after, because I want to recalculate mid every single time. So we're going to say left plus right, and that division by 2. Then we want to check if bad version mid. If it's true, then we want to say our new right equals true, because we know everything past it. Oh, sorry, not true, mid. Everything past it is fine. Then we don't have to recalculate mid here, so that'll save us on some time. Then we just need an else statement that covers the other case, which is if what do you call it? If the left is, or the mid is right, or if the mid is false, then we want to say left equals mid, but we want a plus 1 because we want to move it along 1. And then when we get out of that loop, left will have matched all the way to right. Until it's found it, and then we want to return left, and then we can get rid of this piece of logic, and then if we run that, how does that work? Okay, that passes all these cases. So does it pass every case? Perfect. Oh, I'm kind of like, I don't want to say middle of the road, but I think I did an okay job. Awesome. How long did that take? Like 31 minutes. Okay. That's pretty reasonable, to be honest with you. I think it's a lower level completion, easy problem, so we're getting there. Again, felt a lot more. I think I was making the binary search way more complicated than it had to be. So just finding the mid, then if it's false, we want to say the new mid is right, and then we want to go again. Then we split it in half, and if it's on the right side, basically, and then else we're just inching the left forward until the left and mid come together into the same spot. Or sorry, not the left and mid, the left and right come together in the same spot. And that same spot that they hone in on, that is the bad version, or the first bad version. And that's all the code you need. Maybe tomorrow will be a medium question day. I think tomorrow is probably going to be a medium. Because, let's see, yeah. 32 minutes. Yeah, I think so. Although I do really, really, really enjoy these, I don't know what they're called, interactive. I really like the interactive questions because it like feels like I'm working towards something instead of like solving like some like, I don't know, complex math. Let's see. All right. They're all locked though, which makes me really sad, but oh well. But yeah, anyway, just to go back to the profile to see. Unfortunately, not going to be able to fill out the entire month of January because I started halfway through the month, but that's fine. I think today, is this week 1 done? I think we completed our first week. And look at that, my rank has even moved up from roughly 5 million to 4.1 million. So honestly, I'm taking that as a win. That's really awesome. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. I still have a lot of applications to fill out and things to do, so I'm gonna get on that. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.